Grunt and swear. Grunt and swear.
Well, aside from saying too old for this shit, no, I don't. I just want to get somewhere. All right. Well, today was a bank holiday, so that meant I had the day off, but that meant I also had to figure out how to stay occupied for the day. But I figured that out no problem. Vaccination pretty early, pick up a form from the management office where I live, and it's still weird. They're on the COVID mentality where they only open the door far enough to ask me what I'm there for, and then the management lady was in the back and still wanted to wave to me. It's like, oh, cool, you recognize me. I'm still paranoid that people recognize me for the wrong reason. I don't know why, but I guess that's just how I am. And I know I probably learned from the best on that one because I remember hearing the word paranoid at a young age. I think I was 10 and my old man said it. And then I started connecting it to a word that I guess it kind of rhymes with, because I remember being in the bathroom one time and I noticed that he had some preparation H, hemorrhoid. So then when I say I'm paranoid, then right after I'll say hemorrhoids. And it's like, yeah, I wouldn't want to have or be either. Thankfully I haven't had the latter problem yet. All right, yeah, bank holiday. So then after some of the errand running was done, for lack of a better term, it's like, well, why not go see a movie? I've got the time. So I went to see that Led Zeppelin documentary. And yes, the title did say it's becoming Led Zeppelin, so it was mostly about before the band formed in its early years. But that was still pretty good nonetheless. I mean, did I learn something? I probably did, because I know that when I go to an event like that, a documentary, or go to a museum, it's because I know I like those things, and I know I probably will. It's just a question of what, or things that really resonate with me. Like when frontman Robert Plant said that songwriting can be hard for him because it's a case of being intimate and exposing yourself. And it's like, well, yeah, I can see that with my performing as well, where I know that I'm pretty much burying my soul up here. And I know that one song that really resonated with me about that was In and Alex, 2 a.m.
It's 2 a.m., I must be lonely.
No, not that one. 2 a.m., still awake, writing a song. If I get it all down on paper, it's no longer inside of me, threatening the life it belongs to. And especially the second part that comes right after that. I feel like I'm naked in front of the crowd because these words are my diary screaming out loud, and I know that you'll use them however you want to. That is another song. I just can't remember which one it is about. Oh, no. Isn't that 3 a.m. Matchbox 20?
The one I was singing was 3 a.m. Matchbox.
Yeah, all right. I have seen them in concert with Everclear, yeah, when I lived in suburban Chicago. All right. Yeah, I mean, that part I really liked, and then I know that, good or bad, while I was watching that movie, I still had to think of an ex-friend in high school who got me interested in their music. There are reasons why we're ex-friends, but I guess I'm keeping the positives from it. I still like Led Zeppelin. That was not going to change just because he was the one that got me interested in it. I mean, that would be just plain wrong. That would be the proverbial throw the baby out with the bathwater. And that would be true with other things in my life. I mean, hating a favorite sports team because somebody that I felt had a falling out with likes the same favorite team? No. Well, I guess the other term is cut off the nose to spite the face. Yeah, I'm not going to do that either.
Breathe 2 a.m. by Anna Nalick.
Yep, that's the one. And I remember the art on it. I said, yeah, she was going for the starving artist thing, and it looked like my pitiful studio efficiency apartment in West Des Moines, Iowa that I had for a year and a half after college in Iowa City. But it was mine, so I loved it. It was like that movie, St. Elmo's Fire, where the lady was working at the welfare office said in the middle of the night she went and had a Peter Butter sandwich, and it was the best one she had ever tasted because it was hers alone. Nobody bought it for her. And it's like, yeah, I'm with that. There's a lot of pride in when you do it for yourself. Because, after a while it gets really old on people always want to do things for you. And it's like, no, I can tie my own damn shoes and all that. I guess that's another tangent where I can remember that from the... I'm a history person where I remember being down in Florida and seeing the Edison winter home where he spoke about how his kids should be able to tie their own shoes. He didn't want anybody to do it for them. Yeah. All right. Other things I did. Oh, well, yeah, I walked around the mall a lot. Am I already one of those elderly people that's a mall walker? No, but it's still good exercise. And that meant one place I stopped at was Five Below, and I had to leave really quick because they didn't have what I want, and there were too many young people in there. But I was surprised about one thing, where one kid said to another, two for flinching. It's like, wait a minute, kids still do that? I remember that when I was in junior high when the movie Stand By Me came out. And I remember that the school clamped down on that pretty quickly because during the morning announcements one day they said, if you do that flinching thing, you'll get detention. Yeah, unfortunately kids are going to copy movies. Another thing I did was have lunch at Hooters, and that went back to getting an ad that showed up in my Facebook newsfeed, except they said, come see us in Texas. Wait a minute. Don't you realize I'm not in Texas? So then I Googled it a little. Where are they in Minnesota? One store, Mall of America. It's like, all right, I'm going there. And I was flattered that they carded me, and I said, well, I'm still going to take it that you carded me at my age, even though you probably have to card everybody. You take it how you get it on what flatters you. Well, I'm also the bank employee. Now, well, I already talked about bank holidays, so that means tales from the bank, like tales from the crypt. It still can get weird there. Whoa. I can't believe that they're still able to top that. There was a problem with the lock on the door that I used to get into the check print shop, and it got reported, and for 3 days I had to check out a key to get in and give up my driver license to do that. No problem. I mean, I get my driver license back when I turn in the key at the end of the day. But I mean, yeah, I mean, that's still tough to wrap your head around, that they don't trust you to turn the key back in and that you have to give up something really valuable for it. I mean, it's not like high school graduation where they say you get your diploma after you turn your cap and gown. It's like, well, damn it, I don't need the cap and gown anymore. I mean, we've already had the ceremony. I mean, this is a little bit different. But thankfully, it was only 3 days. I loved it when they got it fixed. It's like, good. Now I don't have to stop at security and tell them my story every day. Even had a printed email, so then my story would check out. That got me pretty far. Otherwise, I mean, what would they have done? Probably not as much. Other things happening in my life. Yeah, I did speed dating. I'm not sure why. I had done it 20 years ago and there were no matches. Well, I tried it again this weekend. Second time, first time since December. And the thing I remember was one match actually asked me what a microbrewery was, because I talked about going to meetup events at a microbrewery. It's like, wait a minute. That's just plain weird that you don't understand semantics or etymology or whatever it is. You know what micro means? You know what brewery means? You just put the two damn words together. It reminds me too much of my old man wanting to, he got all excited about watching the news one time. First time he met my then lady friend, he felt the need to ask us what a partial birth abortion is. It's like, why don't you look it up, Dad? And it's like, it's 3 words. You know what partial means. You know what birth means. You know what abortion means. Figure it out on your own. I mean, it still blows me away how ignorant some people prove that they are when they open their mouths. It's like, whoa. Maybe it's just as well that I didn't get any matches this time, because some of them, I guess, really would have annoyed me. Well, that'll do it for me. Thank you, you've all been great.
Woo!